This is Dave Pellegrinelli at AFX Title. We get a lot of phone calls from people asking us, how the heck do you guys do a title search? What is the process and how does it work? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the steps that we use to run a title search. You can follow along as well. There's a link below this video that you can click on and pull up the same document I'm going to look at to walk through the steps. If you're not seeing that link, you can go to titlesearch.com/infographic.pdf, and it's a PDF document file which has all the steps. So you can follow along with me and I'll tell you how we run a title search. And I'm going to look at it on my screen right over here. The first step is an inquiry comes in. You can either come through our website, which is right here at titlesearch.com. You may also send an inquiry in by phone. You can call us up. We have a team of business development specialists who will take your information and put it into the system. The next thing that happens is we prepare the investigation. We'll take the information that's provided by the client. It may be a property address, it might be an APN number, it may be a legal description, it may even be an owner name and county. In any case, we're going to look at that information and prepare the documents for the search team to go out and retrieve from the land records. First thing we need to do is locate that parcel. What is the actual parcel we're searching? In many cases, a street address is not sufficient to identify a parcel. A street address is what's used by the post office and the mailman to deliver mail, but it may not identify legally what parcel we're searching. So that's the first thing we're going to look at, and we're going to look inside the title plant records that we have internally to see what the parcel might be, convert that address to a legal description, and identify what is the venue and the jurisdiction to get those documents. Which county is it in, which city? In other states like Louisiana, it may go by parish, and in Alaska there's other considerations to know where we're going to look for these documents, because we have to first know which courthouse they're in. And then step 3, we're going to describe preliminary ownership. We're going to look at electronic records, database type records, to see who may be an owner's name to search for. We'll get into why that's important very shortly. The electronic records are the same thing you may be able to look up online, or anybody can do an online search. It's not an official record. It's usually out of date. The ownership may be transferred to somebody else, and it may not even be accurate. But we're going to start with that because at least that'll give us some reference point in the actual land records to go forward or backwards to see who might be the owner. Once we have the APN, once we have the legal description, which county or venue the records are located, and an owner's name to start with, the next thing we do is we go into the land records, into the county courthouses, into the recorder's office, and start pulling documents. And as been described before, one thing to keep in mind, the documents for one property are not contained in one folder. I had a file folder here that has all the documents we put together, but they don't exist that way in the land records. Each document that created a record of an event on a property is recorded in a book corresponding to the day that the document was presented to the land records. So if a deed for transfer comes in on June 5th, 2006, it goes in the book for that day, June 6, 2006. If 4 years later a lien is recorded on that property, it's going to go into a completely different book, might be in a different shelf, might be in a different room. And then if that lien is released or refinanced as a mortgage might be, that record is going to go in a different place. So the first thing that the recorder, the abstractor is going to do is find where all these documents are located. Find the book and page reference, find the folio number if it's on microfilm, maybe even find a database file if it's stored on disk. So once we determine where all these documents are going to be located in the records room, we're going to go and retrieve each one of these pieces of paper that ever had any indication of an event on that property. Once they're all pulled together, the examiner is going to take those documents out and do what's called abstracting. They're going to read each document, determine what effect it had on the property. Was it a transfer? Was it a mortgage? Was it a lien? Was it a release of a prior lien? And then once each one of those is read through and determined how it affects the property, they will create the title abstract, which is the official document of a title search, the title abstract. They create that title abstract, that'll give the client an understanding of what each document that was located means. Is it a lien? Is it a mortgage? And they can read those documents themselves to see how it affects the property. The next step is quality review, where the examiner will submit the abstract and the documents to our review team. They'll go through to make sure that all the sections are filled out. The section for mortgages, section for liens, section for ownership, section for taxes. There may be easements, there may be judgments. There's a whole number of items which need to be reviewed to make sure they're all contained in that title abstract. And then what we do is we take that final version of the title abstract. It may be 7, 8, 9, 10 pages, maybe 20 pages in some cases. We scan it in, and then we upload it to a private link that you can access as a client. We'll send you an email that'll have that link in it. And of course, when you receive it, if you have questions, you can call us up and we can go through it with you. Other than giving legal advice, we can certainly go through the records and tell you that, yeah, this is a lien, here's when it was recorded, show you the book and page number. And in some cases, some type of searches we provide will even include attaching those supporting documents to the search for you. So that's in a nutshell how a title search is done. Remember that this is actually a hands-on review of paper documents. It's not a database search. It's not an online record search. We actually review documents by hand and read through documents just like you'd find in a file cabinet. So if you have questions about how we run a title search, or how to obtain a title search, or even how to run one yourself, please give us a call or visit our website. It's right here, titlesearch.com. You can find our contact information on that page, and we'd be glad to help.